Hi guys, I'm live, I know, but I made a mistake. I shouldn't be putting this under travel and events. How about news and politics? Well, it should be mid education. Okay. Um, we'll do it under education. So I just changed that up. Oh shit, I didn't save. Okay, here we go. Okay, when should um, children be exposed to homosexuality? Well, here's the thing. Everybody knows that I am, well, you should know that I'm gay. I am also very old. I'm nearly 50, okay? Um, so I have been around. I have seen every single style of gay from uh, multi-gendered. Most people have never seen that. Multi-gendered. That is somebody who is born with both male parts and female parts. Okay, and I got to know that person well. To trans, to women binding their breasts and dressing like men, looking like men. To all the way to the guy who's married and has a wife and a kid, and for some reason just likes to go get to do the nasty with some guys every once in a while. Wants to do the fucky with the boys, but only does it a couple times a year. Okay, and I will admit that the majority are kind of just in the middle, like I guess everyone else. You know, and so on and so on. So I'm gay. I came out when I was 20 years old, and I'm old, and I own two gay bars. Okay, so that's my lived experiences. I am very much a right wing conservative, um, uh, right wing conservative libertarian. Okay, I am libertarian, and I am very full aware that that puts me on the right. But in fact, it puts me further on the right than your mainstream, your basic conservative, your basic Republican or conservative, your standard, your middle of the road conservative. I am actually further right. The further right you go on the spectrum, the less government you want. That's the trick to all this. The further it's supposed to be that way. Now they can mess with it, and it's confusing. It's not just stamped done. That's the answer. Left and right are fake words, and they've created these fake words on purpose to confuse the world. But there should be only more government and less government, but they don't want us to talk in those terms. So they switched it up to left and right. Fake words, garbage words that make zero ba ba ba. Nothing is happening inside of the left and the right. Those are fake words. There is only more government or less government, and you either want to slide one way or the other. And right wingers want to slide to less government, but I want to slide even past them. And that makes me further right. Generally, now they're going to mess with the right wing and they're going to mess with the left wing. That's why they invented those words in the first place. Okay? To mess with your head. Kind of like Billy Porter and so on. So here's the, I'm going to spoil this entire conversation. I am going to spoil this entire conversation. So that's who I am, right? That's who I am. That's Gary Edward Johnston, that, is an old guy, lives in Canada, just started a YouTube channel, has a blog, mostly interested in the business of Hollywood. I am interested in horror movies, um, and but mostly politics. Okay, so politics, I guess, the business of Hollywood, and then horror movies. Those are my interests. And I'm old Canadian, gay. So I've been around, and so on. And I'm going to spoil this entire conversation. This entire conversation can be boiled down to, should children be exposed to homosexuality? The answer is, well, what is inside of your brain when it comes time to homosexuality? See, that's the thing. Do you have the correct ideas of what homosexuality is? Do you have, when you define homosexuality inside of your head, is it correct? Or are you incorrect? Are you correct when you define homosexuality, or are you incorrect? And I'm going to define it for you right now. Okay. Somebody wants inside my house. That would be a cat. And the answer is, okay, the reason why there's a all over the place, the reason why it's confusing and a mess, and everybody's fucking, why the left has gone completely fucking full retard, and the right is actually starting to do some infighting because they don't know quite how to handle, this. Because, believe it or not, nearly every single person now has the incorrect everything inside of their brain. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm just going to spoil it. Here's the answer. You could expose children to homosexuality if you have the correct ideas of homosexuality inside of your head. And I'm going to just give you the correct definition of homosexuality. Homosexuality equals broken heterosexuality. It's just like being blind. Blind equals broken sightedness. Okay? Are you in a wheelchair because your legs don't work? Wheelchair bound equals broken leg abledness. Okay? And so on. Homosexuality is a broken state of being. It equals broken. Now, I'm not going to put wrong, or that, obviously you could substitute broken with wrong, and your extreme Christians do that. And they're right. It is a correct answer. Or your extreme religion, whatever. Your Ben Shapiro's, he is correct when saying it's wrong. Your evangelical Christians are correct. And I'm talking I'm a pro-Christian atheist. I'm talking from science. But it's not that hard, folks. It shouldn't be that hard. Gay equals broken straight. That's it. So if you were teaching kids that gay equals broken, straight, but maybe we should throw in a little dash of tolerance, like real tolerance, real acceptance, not what the left is talking about now. They're like, just now we're just going to shove it in everybody's face and promote it like it's actually a good thing and like it's actually a virtue, like it is a positive thing when it's not. See, the problem is the left actually thinks that gay is equals straight or gay is the same as straight or it's just as good as straight. It's literally just the inverse of straight. So like you got a single coin and on one side it's straight and the other side it's gay. And really anything else. They're going to start to, yes, they're going to go to the ends of the earth because but the entire, everything revolves around this stupid idea of equality. It's the same thing with men and women or black and white. They're saying that both are equal. And no, they're not. Now, I would say that this sexuality thing it plays it out in a different way, but it's the same. It's just the left's obsession with equality. And they use that concept of equality just to, they dumb down their message, right? Which is just propaganda, and it's just all out there. Now, there is a sliver of truth to what they're saying, right? There is a sliver of truth. Just because somebody is broken, that doesn't give you the right to treat them poorly, right? Come on, cat, get up there. There we go. There's your cat cam. So this Billy Porter guy, he is a broken straight person, right? And will pretty much probably, is, well, okay. So it's just like being blind, okay? So think of, and, like this is probably why the left doesn't go too far down the handicapped road. Because it's really hard to sell to people that being blind is just as equal and good as being sighted, right? Being handicapped is just as good, or as not being handicapped. But for gay, like I don't know what else to say. It's really a short conversation, but we're going to stretch it out. Don't worry. We're going to stretch it out. Gay equals broken. Now, it's not. It's also, at the same time, and this is, I guess, where the left gets it correct, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And if you start with the correct idea of homosexuality, then, you can see, the problem is they're starting with the incorrect everything. And as soon as you start with stupid, you got the stupid beginning of everything, that you go down the road of stupid to the point where it's all fucked up. Men just wake up one day and say that they're women, and then legally you have to, in everything, treat them as women, and now they're just fucking wax my balls, you bigot, all sorts of nastiness, playing sports when they shouldn't be, all of it. It's all just dumb. And then you have this super mega homo guy. Now, so all these super mega gay people that are being plucked out of the gay community and plucked into the straight community and even in front of children, and they're mixing them up, there's an element of evil there. there is absolutely an element of evil. But now, does this guy, Billy, know that he's evil when he's doing this with the kids? Now, technically, he's clothed and he's not touching them, but what does he have inside of his head? Does he have inside of his head that he is a broken, straight person? If he has the correct idea inside of his head, which is he's a broken, straight person, but he's going to flaunt it in front of kids like it's not broken, there's nothing broken about him. You can dress however you want to be. You can bend all the genders, and it's not broken. It's a perfectly natural, normal, happy, healthy state of being. It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly 100% okay. You know, that would be like a blind person going to, everybody and saying, it's perfectly, it's a perfectly 100% equal to being sighted. There's no difference. It's completely natural. In fact, if you plucked your eyes out right now, you would not change as a person in any way, in any biological way, or and maybe, but then it can switch to even, plucking your eyes out or making yourself blind is actually a good thing. Gay is superior to being straight, and things like that. You know what I mean? You can go down a road of nasty grossness. But does he have the correct idea of homosexuality in his head? Now, there's A or B. Either he does or he doesn't. So, does he have, if he has the correct idea of homosexuality, homosexuality equals broken heterosexuality, so gay equals broken straight, then doing all this and flaunting it in front of kids and keeping his mouth shut about that is evil. So he is an evil person. Just doing it for the money, for the attention, the fame. This is somebody who will do anything for a buck, including mess with your children's brains. Evil. And this is where your super mega religious people get it correct. And then they go to extremes to wanting these people to, fuck off because they're evil. And they're super mega bad, and they're imposing their super mega bad in all the ways. It's as simple as, do you have the correct idea inside of your head or not? Because lying to children and saying gay equals straight, gay is just as good as straight, is an evil thing to do. It absolutely is evil. Okay? When you say gay equals straight, and then you are, squishing that out onto all the kids, you're confusing them. And you're lying to them. And why are you doing it? To confuse them, to mess up their lives. Keeping the PPs and the vajayjays doing the correct thing is a hell of a thing to do. And anybody who wants more of a disaster in that area is an asshole. I mean, with the single moms and the fucking deadbeat dads and the fucking welfare bums and the fucking divorce rates and all the rest of it, keeping the PPs and the vajayjays even somewhat in the correct, decent, normal, and promoting the fact that PPs and vajayjays just fucking fly all over the place, and then we could even add in the trans stuff. You're literally destroying. You're making it seem like this is the new punk, the new alt. The sort of, this is the new punk rock. Punk rock. They would, maybe do their, get a couple of piercings, maybe a couple of stupid tattoos in unfortunate locations and cut their hair stupid. But, let your hair grow out, remove the tattoos, and hopefully the piercings aren't too bad, and then you can become a normal person again. But once you've, destroyed your body with chemicals and drugs and maybe even surgeries, you can't come back. You've ruined your body, and that's even extra evil to be confusing children into. And it's just like, and these people, because they have their eye. Okay, so if they're evil, if they think that it's good, okay, I'm going to tell you this. If they think that homosexuality equals heterosexuality, or cis equals queer, then they are, knowing it or not, they're evil. Now, you can try to talk to them and say, no, they're not equal. This is the problem with all the fucking equality flying all over the place. Once you start with a stupid idea, then it grows. It's like the little seed that turned into a great big tree. But the problem is the tree is all wrong. It's like a train track, and you created a stupid idea, so there's a fork in the road, and now you're fucking off in the middle of nowhere. You've left the state of normal, decent, good long time ago, and you've gone off to the on the train of retard. Gay does not equal straight. They are now. So again, I'm assuming that he is just this Billy Porter person and all the people around him that are hiring him for fucking drag queen story hours and just, getting him to fucking be around kids and all of it. Putting him on Sesame Street, making him the fairy godmother in Cinderella, and all of the other gay stuff happening with kids, right? Do any of those people have the correct idea of what homosexuality is? Or do they have the incorrect idea? Once you have the incorrect idea in your head, everything that you do with the gay thing is just evil. You're just there lying to children, you're confusing them, you're doing the wrong thing. Now you're also going to hope that your kids grow up with that exact same wrong idea in their head, and they live their entire life doing the same thing. It's indoctrination. It's just like saying that women are equal to men. That's just as stupid. And all the way you go down that road is just as stupid. No, they're not equal. Sports is a good example of how they're different. Making babies in the belly, feeding the babies from the boobs, that's a good example of how we're different. Strength, height, brain size, brain intelligence, we're very different. Race, there's another thing. We can very much measure the difference between the races. There are they are different. Now, let's rein this back into gay. So, let's just say that this guy has the incorrect idea of gay versus straight. Well, you're stupid, and you got a stupid idea in your head, and with that stupid idea, you have exploited that stupid idea, and you're just squishing it out all over. You're just, like I said, you're just you're literally, you shouldn't, people with wrong ideas shouldn't be around kids, because you want to put those people with wrong ideas, in a corner so that they can be wrong by themselves over there. It's like the Scientologists or flat earthers or like really anybody with wrong ideas. Now, you can't fix all the wrong ideas in the world. There's a lot of people pushing wrong ideas, all over the place. But for sure, um, like you have the right to protect your children from what you consider wrong ideas. Is the uh, government going to force you to send your kids to flat earth school or Scientology courses or whatever else? Vegan school, become a vegan or whatever. Is like, see, it is important. And I promise you that gay does not equal straight. They are different. And these people that are pushing this thing onto kids, well, first of all, you shouldn't be pushing things onto kids, right? Pushing something onto kids is a wrong thing, no matter what it is, really. Outside of things that you absolutely know are good for them, like, brushing their teeth and eating and, taking a bath, things like that, going to school. But this is where they learn all this crap from all the indoctrinated college kids that are now school teachers. Like, look at that lesbian queer kid stuff on YouTube. Like, just sit her down for an interview and ask her about her real philosophy and her real thoughts. She thinks sexuality, babies have sexuality. Sexuality starts at birth. And it's just obviously one big gobbledygook of a mess. And when it's very clearly that gay equals broken straight. It's just that simple. And look at how it manifests itself. And when you uplift it and put it on a pedestal and you pretend that it's God's gift to mankind and you overinflate it and you give it a microphone and you give it tons of money, look at this broken individual doing all their shit. Now, so this person probably doesn't understand, now, if this person does understand that he himself is a broken straight person and keeps it to himself and he's just in this for the money and the fame and the money and the money and the money, just give me the fucking money. I don't fucking care what I do to your kids. Or maybe, yeah, I know I'm fucking up your kids. See, it doesn't matter, right? But everybody around this, everybody looking at this, all the moms out there that are getting Billy Porter to fucking do a strippy drag dance for their kids at the birthday party, if you've seen that one recently. Or fucking get Billy Porter to read, or to take Billy, their kids to go see a fucking Billy Porter. We all see, this is the creep factor. In science, listen to me, in science, we all know that there's a creep factor. There's something about a thing that instantly turns your creep alarm on. There's something wrong, and you instantly know that it's like when a snake comes nearby. Because the kitty kids, back in cavemen days, that didn't have a creep alarm when it came time to snakes, when dad was off hunting and mom had her back turned. If the kid didn't have a creep alarm, then he died. So the creep alarm got passed on, while the no creep alarm died. The genes, the DNA of good creep alarms got kept, while the other ones got bitten by a snake or whatever it is, and they died. Cavemen days, remember. Cavemen. I talk a lot about cavemen, so maybe you need to, if you want to listen to my face move, then maybe you should go do a little bit of a study on what cavemen were like. No language, no buildings. You know, did they have fire? Did they even have tools to work with? No conversation. Dads were out hunting, bringing home the bacon. Moms were, you know, cleaning up the cave, sweeping up, taking care of kids, and she was pregnant. Guaranteed, she was always pregnant. There's no birth control. Think about no electricity. Rewind the clock thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Creep alarms are a thing. Absolutely a thing. But society today is trying, because they have the wrong idea of gay inside of their head. Somebody decided that, you know, like, back in, okay, now, let's rewind some clocks, but not quite back to caveman days. I am old. I told you at the beginning of all this, my face moving, that I am an old man. So I do remember when straight people were running around hunting gay people to beat them up. Punch them in the face. Repeatedly, groups of straight people would find a gay person by themselves, hunt them down, and beat them up. Well, I hate to break it to the straight world, but we know for a fact that that is wrong. Now, you could say that there's an evil in society that you don't want to exist. You know, this gayness, these gay people. You can say that to yourself if you want. Or there's just this bad thing, and I'm going to side with you. You are correct. It is bad. That is correct. But we all know that that's not how you deal with it, right? You don't deal with, you know, a gay man walking down the street by finding him, jumping out of an automobile, and bringing physical violence to him. Beating him so that he's got all sorts of problems for the rest of his life from that beating. And I've seen it. I've seen it. It's called gay bashing. And it's a real thing. I've seen it. I'm going to say this one more fucking time. My eyeballs have seen it. I've seen it all. And probably Billy Porter has seen it too. So, you don't solve evil with evil, you know? That's not how you do it. And we should know that. And whether or not this is evil or not, again, from a scientific perspective, I am pro-Christian. You guys are mostly right here, okay? And I would say that your modern evangelical is just trying to tell these gay fuckers to fuck off. And they're keeping their hands to themselves. That is the correct solution. I am on your side. And when you don't want to promote homosexuality, or you don't want anything to do with homosexuality, and you don't want homosexuality around your kids, I am on your side. I just want to remind everybody of rewinding time to a point where gay people minding their own fucking business knew you didn't like them. They knew it. So they moved to a certain area of town, they grouped up, and they just wanted to be left alone. But you, with your infinite amounts of hatred for this group, above and beyond, you know, whatever, you sought them out. You went out of your way to go find them and bring violence to them. That was not the right way to go about doing it. There's evil that exists in society all over the place, including in Christian communities. There are parents that abuse their kids. You know, they're great on Sunday mornings, but they're terrible the rest of the week. There's all sorts. right? And Catholic priests are a thing. No group is without, whatever. And I will agree with you that the gay area of town is full of a lot more moral degeneracy. Well, it's because they're broken. These are broken people. And it would be like, just forget about the gay for a second, it would be like the blind people knew that you hated them. All the blind people born that way, or they grew into that, or they had an accident and then they became blind. Just think of blind people. And what are you, the sighted people, say you're good Christians as well, going to do with all the blind people? Are you going to hate them so that they move off into the corner of a city, or move to a specific city, a San Francisco, or a Miami or something? Are you going to hate them so much that you force them into a city and all the blind people, but you hate them so much because they are broken that you actually go out of your way to hunt them down and bring extra violence to all the blind people? Does that sound very Christian to you? Just substitute gay for blind. I'm not going to get into race and gender at the moment. We're talking about gay here today. Does that sound like a nice Christian boy? Getting, a couple of his buddies, to have an unfair fight to find, a blind person that's by themselves and just jump him. That's not even honor in fighting. In the schoolyard fights of days gone by, we used to have honor back there. Everybody, it was one-on-one, and everybody that was watching the fight, because, fights are fun to watch, was a referee. You didn't kick a man when he was down, you didn't kick, you didn't, scratch or pull hair. Everybody knew the rules of the fight. And everybody watching it was a referee. And the most important thing at all was, one, you didn't kick a man when he was down, and it was certainly had to be a one-on-one. It was two people that agreed to have a fight. And if one didn't agree, one didn't want to do it, then the referees would, it was just like any fight, any boxing match, when the person taps out, right? Or is no longer able to defend themselves, the ref steps in and separates the two and then declares a winner. It's the same thing. But it's like everything with this all gay everything and the trans doing sports and everything everywhere. It's gone too far to the point where you're actually even lying to yourself, like you've gone too far the other direction. The gay people have gone too far the other direction. Like I said, in order to get straight people to stop doing this to gay people, they spoke about born this way, which is correct. And they use the words like tolerance and but they're correct. But then they went too far. Then the left, the gays, went too far with it all. How many of these lefty, how many times is Billy Porter going to introduce himself to a child and say, I just want you to know that I am a broken heterosexual, And like, see, he's actually being used to indoctrinate children, to change the minds of children into something that it shouldn't be. He's lying to kids. This is propaganda. This is an incorrect. This is going too far. This is lying to kids. He is just using this for, like, whether, I don't care. It doesn't matter. If he understands that gay equals broken straight, then he would stay away from kids. Or he would make it very explicitly clear when he was around children that I am a broken human being. Like, this is a broken state of being. And I'm actually kind of a clown. I dress up like a clown in order to get attention and just to shock and awe people, because that's how I make a living. But hey, if you want to have some fun, as long as your parents are around, because this broken sexuality of mine, it shouldn't really be around kids, because it is broken and it can kind of get, it can get weird. See, because I'm part of the queer community, and this is like all the normal stuff is over there, and we're everything else. We are everything else. And it's not a good place to be. You should be over there in the straight world. I shouldn't be trying to convince you. See, like, the born this way, that is a thing. I know a lot of Christians don't want to believe it, but it is. They're wrong. Dear Christians, you're wrong about the born this way. Some people are born gay. Yes, yes, yes. It is that way. They have a broken mind. I have a broken mind. Now, we can get into that. I get into it all over the place all the time. But gay is a broken state of being, but doesn't matter. Just like a blind person, or somebody with Tourette's, or somebody with cerebral palsy, somebody with Down syndrome, or somebody who was born really short, or somebody who was born really tall, somebody who was born really, whatever. Now, here's a problem. Here's a big problem from the left, is they are turning this born this way into an excuse to indoctrinate, convert kids into gay, to confuse them and make, talk them into being gay even when they're not. And then if you add the drugs and the transition stuff, oh my God, that's just evil all the way from A to Z. And it's really gross, disgusting human trash. And it's usually moms and fucking drag queens. Like, if you understood what a drag queen was, you would have never brought them out of the ghetto, the gay area of town. Because these are the scummy of the scum. Yes, there are exceptions, but most of your drag, the man who wants to dress like a clown and do the clown and do the clown and do the clown, a gay man that wants to do the clown, they are like the worst of homosexuality. It's like picking a drag queen to host your kid's birthday party is kind of like wanting a woman to host your little kids' brownies, like Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts. It's like wanting a girl to be the leader of your Girl Guides troop, and then going to the strip club to find one. Oh, there's lots of women at the strip club. That's what they are, women, he is gay, like we want to, and it's just gone way too far. This whole thing, everything has gone way too far. And yes, they are abusing children, and it spawns from the root of the problem. Well, just general evilness. Like, he should know better that he shouldn't be around kids. This confusing, gender bending, um, but it's like, get the correct ideas inside your head. It's not difficult, folks. Why is this so difficult? It's like nobody knows how to fucking use their goddamn fucking brain anymore. Stop being you. Go into the fucking bedroom and don't come out until you've learned how to think. All you have to do is, I'm not saying anything earth-shattering here. I get it, the propaganda is flying fast and furious all over the fucking place. But I mean, if you've got a male to female tranny playing against girls in sports, I mean, you equal a fucking retard. You are so fucking far off the fucking retard train. I mean, really? And how about all those trannies doing it? They're all assholes. They know that they're an asshole. Everybody knows that they're an asshole. Everybody that knows that they are a gross, disgusting slime ball of a human being. But they're still doing it. Why? I don't know. Why do gross, disgusting human beings do gross, disgusting human things? So you've opened up this fucking homo life, this gay everything, to fucking retarded levels. And everybody's got their brain full of fucking mashed potatoes. Women with either no men around or no real men around have no fucking idea how to raise kids. It's all these single mothers that are bringing their fucking children to fucking, drag queen story hours and gonna go see this stupid, fairy godmother Cinderella bullshit to out woke their fucking stupid neighbor. There's a middle road here, and trust me, I am a far-right libertarian, right-wing conservative. The closest people that are getting to anything anywhere close to this are the evangelical, far religious people. Now, we have to remember that you still have to keep your fucking hands to yourself. You're not going to be going roving around looking for fags to beat up. All the fags that are doing this kind of bullshit and spreading their fagginess all over the fucking kids, ask them inside their brain, what do you got inside your brain? And I bet it's wrong. I bet you this is just a grifter, right? This is just one of those scummy, drag queen, trashy, loser fucking whatevers. Just like RuPaul, who got scooped out of the fucking low-life world of fucking doing drugs and being a prostitute and living at the fucking bar and being homeless and turning tricks and stealing and fucking doing all the scummy, scum earth type gay stuff. Like I said, it'd be like wanting to find a babysitter, right, for your kids, and then trying to find your babysitter on the sex offender list or whatever, registry. Oh, we need a babysitter. Let's pull up the sex offenders registry and look for a babysitter. That's your fucking drag queen. Now, there's exceptions, I'm sure. But 99% of your drag queens are going to fit exactly what I said. They're the scum of the gay community. All drug addicts and alcoholics and prostitutes and hustlers, and they'll scam anything. They'll do anything for a fucking dollar. See, that's another thing. They'll do anything for fucking money, including your daughter's birthday party. Well, you want me to come over there and it's like fucking getting a bum, right? To do your, of course they're going to do it. Are they the right person for the job? Well, at least the drag queen does the entertaining part and somehow takes a shower and is able to get the makeup done, right? The clown makeup gets done and then comes out and then fucking... But, you know, like, you're sort of, you know, business suit homosexual that goes to the financial district and does his accountant job and then comes home, you know, or goes to the gym and then comes home. You know, that guy, you don't want that guy, right? You don't care about that homo. You don't care about me, right? I'm the wrong kind of homo. Because I don't fucking clown it up like these guys do. You know, maybe you call me internalized homophobia, whatever the fuck. No, you choose, the left is choosing clowns like this because they want it to fucking, I don't know. Well, just because, like I said, it's just like when you're walking down the street and you have to, you know, tell everybody that you're gay. Like in this one video game, there was a fucking character that went up to an NPC, and the NPC came out and was ba 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 ba. I'm a transsexual. Ba 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 ba. It was like, see, you have to announce it. But with these, what, you know, like in order, you don't have to announce that he's gay. You just look at him, right? So if you want to make sure that there's a gay everywhere for ticking your diversity boxes and for your indoctrination and your stupid fucking all the left everything, then you get the fucking ones that dress like clowns. They dress and talk like clowns. And Billy Porter is going to say, well, I get paid a lot of money, you know. And I'm like, well, so do fucking prostitutes, some prostitutes. And, you know, I bet you there's slavers. There's some child sellers, people that sell children. You know, I bet you there's people that murder women on video, right? They just murder and torture women, and then they sell the video to some sickos. I bet you they make a lot of money too. Just because you make a lot of money doesn't fucking mean a goddamn thing. So it is a middle road, folks. Gay happens. It's not a good thing. It should not be promoted like it is a good thing, like he's doing, like Hollywood is doing. Hollywood has the wrong idea of gay. Most gay people would disagree with me because they themselves have been indoctrinated into this stupid world of stupidity. Well, I'm gay and I'm a good person, so that means gay must be good. No. It's just like being blind. Being blind is not good. Having only one leg is not good. That's abnormal. It's bad. It's a defect. Now that we've got that out of the way, can we deal with these defects? What should we do with these defects? And can we help them out? Are we a compassionate society? Are we going to be assholes? What are we going to do with these defects? Well, first of all, we're certainly not going to be, you know, promoting them to children like they're not defective. That's step A. But no, Now I just, showed my internalized homophobia, right? And actually, the left today, every single one of them calls themselves queer. It's like a badge of honor. Oh yeah, I'm queer. One time when I was watching that straight porn, the way like if it was a guy, just and is talking people into fucking anything outside of the monogamous, heterosexual, good, decent, house, happy, healthy homes for children. The left equals one. The left just wants to destroy that, and they will use the veneer of I'm a good person to do it. They will say and do anything to achieve that goal, and they will lie straight to your face. This is communism. This is how you break down the family and make big daddy government also important. Because you ain't got nobody to rely on except for the fucking government. Because your families have been destroyed, you're an asshole, so you have no friends, and so on and so on and so on. Everybody hates you, so all you've got is big daddy government left. So then you end up, marrying the government. Anything that breaks down the traditional happy, healthy family, the left just wants to promote the shit out of it. And if they have to dig into its own society and yank out the gay and flaunt it in front of everyone in order to get their communism, they'll do it. And the gays will buy right into it. Well, a lot of them. My mouth is coming from, I am gay. My mouth says that this is bullshit. This guy is stupid, or this is why I say he's either stupid and thinks that gay is the same as straight, stupid, or he knows that it's not, and he's going to push it anyway, especially on children, because he's evil. But we've always known that these clowny gay types have always been scumbags. That's what they do. That's who they are. They were just really gross and slimy individuals, usually ugly, oftentimes just really physically ugly, and they couldn't get the guys. They couldn't get any attention at the bars. They couldn't get any sex. Because when it's just men on men, then it's all about appearance. If you're hot, if you're sexy, then you get a lot of sex, and then that lasts your entire life. But if you're ugly, then oftentimes you would have to do some trick things. Like dress like a clown, act like a clown. But also, and I'm telling you, like, if you've got all of the categories of gay, I don't know what's beneath the drag queen in the gay community. I guess your pet, yeah. See, I don't consider pedophiles part of the gay community. They might hang out with gay people. They might try to be pushing themselves in, but I don't want to have anything to do with any of them. I will fucking go back into the closet if the gay community decides to accept pedophiles. I will literally go into the closet. And by the way, they're working on it. Anything that is gross and disgusting, like broken men, spreading their fucking clownish lives to children, right? Well, the pay is good. There's lots of money over here. Everybody's a clown. Look at all the fucking singers and the actors and the singy. Look at them on stage, and they're fucking being gross and disgusting and fucking on stage, and they're fucking singing about their cunt, and they're singing about their cock, and just fucking singy. Hollywood loves it. You just can't get gross and disgusting enough for Hollywood. Just go all the way to the end. Fucking shaking their asses or bare asses, great big fat black asses at basketball games. There's no end. Hollywood loves the gross and disgusting. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I will do anything for attention and money. I'm an attention whore, and I have to one up the person before, and one up the person before, and one up the person before, and we're just gonna go all the way down that road till it's fucking as far as it can fucking go. Like yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I'm happy that Hollywood is dying. Hollywood is dying, and I say good riddance to it. Movies are dying, television is dying, it's all dying, and this is one of the reasons for it. They've decided to go all left, and they've decided to go all this way. No, I don't know, but I ain't got no. Like I said, if you think gay is the same as being straight, then it leads to all of this bullshit. And that's where the indoctrination is happening. I get it. Gay equals gay. It's just this two sides of the same coin. But it's not. It's two different coins. Being blind is not the same as being sighted. And yes, and how far society goes down to help out the blind people, that's up to society. You know? Are we going to turn every single package in the grocery store into also having Braille? You're going to make a law saying every single printed word everywhere has to be printed in Braille so that blind people can read it? Is that what you're going to do? You know, that would bankrupt the country. But you're being inclusive and tolerant of all the blind people, right? By converting why don't we just do away with words altogether? You know, delete all the words and make everything Braille. Just force everybody to do Braille. So everything is Braille. And then why don't we just pluck out everybody's eyes? So everybody is blind. Now everybody's nice and equal. That's what the left is. The left is fucking evil, retarded, and they go to the ends of the earth to be fucking stupid. And as I've said, these religious people that want nothing to do with this and are pushing back on this stuff hard are correct. You are a good person. You are on the correct track. Resist this with everything because these people are gross, disgusting, evil scumbags, and they're using my sexuality to destroy Western civilization. I ain't got no time for them in any way, shape, or form. I am with you, you radical Christian, or you radical Muslim, or you radical Jew that do not want their kids exposed to any of this. I am with you. Because these people are giving me a bad name. These people are indoctrinated stupid people or just plain evil. Evil, gross, and disgusting. This is an adult thing at best. This is an adult conversation. This is for adults only, just like the porn section. This is for adults only. And the fact that, you know, like they are, the left's obsession with equality is where this all spawns from. Once you start down the road of equality, equal, it's just the only, and then you realize that the only reason the left keeps yipping and yapping about equality is to spread this type of evil. Now, with all the trannies entering female sports, they're not entering, it's not that female to males aren't entering the male sports. Men's sports will be just fine. We all know that because men and women are different. Women will never be able to compete against men on an equal footing because men are superior. Yes, I said it. So that's why feminism today is all about just bullshit and lies and gobbledygook and bullshit and gobbledygook and more gobbledygooky lies. Bullshit. Now, that's one of the reasons, believe it or not, I kind of like the trans people entering the female sports, because it's actually re-educating the women. The women have been indoctrinated into this thing of equality for a very, very, very long time. Decades, generations now. And men who wake up one day and say that they're women and then enter women's sports is re-educating these women into the differences firsthand, right in front of their faces. Re-education camps, re-educating these women into the realities of the differences of gender, sex, whatever. Gender and sex are the same thing. Shut up. There's only two genders. And like I said, I opened this and I've met them all. I've met, and there's legitimate gay and there's illegitimate gay. But he don't care. This thing called Billy Porter, he's just out for the money. He's just gonna be a clown his entire, like I said, these, just whatever it takes. It's just like, try to tell the slutty singer, the pop star, that she's, just being a gross, disgusting slut. She don't fucking care. Just pay me the money. Just give me the money. That's what I do. Just pay me the fucking money. Don't you have a problem with your 6-year-old son watching your music videos? She don't fucking care. Just pay her the fucking money. Just pay her the fucking money. Don't you care that, all this gangsta rap stuff, you're getting all of that poison inside of your fellow black man, and they're going out looking up to you and going out and doing those things and getting killed? You don't fucking care. Just pay him the money. Pay him the money. And then you go, wow, there's some real conspiracy, and then you go, oh yeah, Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't want black men to sing well and good, decent songs. He wants him to rap poorly, ruin art, and get his fellow black men killed with stupid lyrics and, street cred or whatever the fuck. And then you go, oh, it's Hollywood. And then you look at the numbers of Hollywood and you go, oh, well, Hollywood is dying. And then you go, well, thank God. Thank God Hollywood is dying. So, and as far as your government is concerned, like our government up here is going full tranny retard. Now, there's some trannies that are putting these laws to the test, which is interesting. So it's probably made most of the government sit back and think. But I mean, I thank God for Jessica Yaniv. If you've heard of that, this guy who thinks that he's a girl is going around, taking photos in little girls' bathrooms and being creepy and pervy. Just fucking gross as hell. Like, that's what... See, most of these things are just really, really ugly on the one side, so they, dress like a clown in order to fucking... I don't know who... It's just... If nobody... What's worse than being overlooked by everybody, I guess you'd rather be seen and hated than ignored completely in life. People really want to have sex and all that kind of stuff, but this tranny, if you call it that, was running around and making a mess of the new laws in Canada. Just clowning, hey, you want to say that, I am a woman, 100% guaranteed, 100% woman, then this thing is going to go around and put all those laws to the test. And this thing went into waxing salons, and the ladies there said, we don't do male body parts. And he's saying, well, no, that penis and those testicles down there, those are, that's a male penis or a female penis and female testicles, so you better wax it. And if you don't, I'm going to sue you. And that's what he did. That's what this did. Yaniv, Jessica, whatever, him. Y'all know that there's only two genders. Penis and vagina equals, penis and testicles equal male, and it's just, and then they want to, so the government bends the knee to all these fucking fuckwits that are writing book after book after book. All these women, by the way, right, doing these stupid courses. And then, see, there's another problem, too. Most of this retardation has come out of feminism. You know? Another stupidity, right? Men are equal to women. No, they're not. And guess what? Your religious people have that sorted out, too. Right? God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, and then husband, wife, children. And then, I guess, house pets, and then farm animals, and then the wildlife. I don't know exactly. But something like that, right? But the husband is ahead of the wife in the family. The religious people have that correct as well. You know, I am an atheist, but not that much of one, where I'm going to just say, well, you believe in God, so that means that everything that you say is incorrect. No. Most of what they have to say is correct. Most of what your big religious person has to say, your, you know, most of what they have to say is actually correct. And this leftist bullshit going around and just being freaking gross all over the place, right? You kind of you piss off the religious people to the point where they want to do something, get violent. Now, I'm going to just ask the religious people to, you know, hold off on the violence. We know that that's the wrong way to go. And this bullshit is running its course. I mean, all you have to do is when you go down the road of full stupid, right? When you go down the road of stupid, like this is a woman, this equals female, then it kind of fixes itself. Now, keep your kid, you know, homeschool your kid, keep them away from the indoctrination centers. It's the left that are taking their kids to all this woke bullshit. No self-respecting Christian is going to go take their kids to go see a black gay male play a fairy godmother in Cinderella. Like I said, this guy either has the wrong idea. That's on the best day. This guy either has the wrong idea of what homosexuality or queer is. Like, if he thinks that it is the same as being straight, then he is misinformed. He's got the wrong idea in his head. And if he has the right idea in his head, then him pushing this sexuality onto children, that makes him evil. And you have every reasonable everything, and we need to band together. And hey, Christians, if you're out there, or you're Muslim, or you're Jewish, or something like that, and you need a gay person as a spokesperson out against this bullshit, now, I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's lots of gay conservatives that cringe at this. I don't know, but see, I think even a lot of the gay conservatives are kind of messed up in the head. All you have to do is put in this. It's not equal. You are a broken person. This is not something that you should be encouraging. However, there should be a certain level of tolerance, just like for blind people or just like for people in wheelchairs, or a certain level, because we are a good people and we don't combat, we don't bring violence to people that didn't bring violence to you. But there's a proper way of doing this, folks. And currently the left is going way too far, but let's be honest, I can rewind the clock. I'm an old guy. I am old. And I do recall a time when straight people were literally hunting gay people for sport. So, and we don't want to go back to that. There is a happy medium. People like this go back to their gay area, and then they just hang out with the gay people. And that's that. And that's the end of it. And when you're gay, you come over to the gay area where it's all good. And every once in a while, they sneak out and go around, and there's a little bit of crossflow. But you certainly are not going to be telling kids that it's good to be gay in any way, shape, or form. Okay, here's the gay education. You just like being blind. Some people are gay. It's unfortunate when it happens, but sometimes it happens. There, done. That's your education for your homos. It's an unfortunate reality. And by the way, if you want to know where gay comes from, other than the indoctrination, see, all of the indoctrinating, convincing people to be queer in any way, that all has to end. Every single piece of trying to convince a confused or a straight person to be gay, that all needs to end. That's evil. That's gross and evil, straight up. That's literally like convincing a sighted person to pluck out their eyes. See, when you have the correct idea in your head, then everything else makes sense. Why would you convince somebody to become blind? That's stupid. It's evil. What are you doing? Shut up. Go away. And especially young, impressionable children. And that's where, see, this is where life is moving in, right? They're saying, hey, if you want to be old and tranny yourself up, you go right the fuck ahead. But no, you don't get to do that to kids. Because they're young, they don't know any better, they're impressionable. Stop doing the tranny with the kids. And the tranny with the kids starts with bringing fucking clown black super gay black guy, to become fairy godmother in Cinderella. Godmother. Because this guy is an evil, gross, disgusting fucking pig. Now, like I said, maybe he's just indoctrinated and stupid. But I don't think so. Most of these gross, disgusting human beings have lived side by side with other gross, disgusting human beings their entire life. They know how gross and disgusting this entire life is. They've seen the gross and disgusting, and the filth and the gross and the disgusting. And he's just going to keep that under his hat and then spread it to kids. He's not going to talk about how much it sucks to not have children and not have a normal life. He's not going to talk about all of his tranny friends that commit suicide or that are prostitutes and were killed. Or how, before the money part starts to flow in and you just you're this clown that got plucked out of the fucking poverty of fucking being a clown and at the bottom of the barrel of the gay community. living in a bar, being all the drugs and the all the stuff that I already mentioned. He's not going to talk about any of that. He's just looking at the paycheck going, well, the pay is good. It's just like a prostitute, right? The prostitute will say whatever you want them to say. They will tell you that they love you, and they will say whatever. They will say anything just to get the money, just to get the paid. They will do all the sex. Maybe some cost a little more than others. But they will do whatever, and do whatever, and do whatever, and do whatever, including tell your kids what you want them to tell your kids. If you were this way inclined, you could hire a prostitute to be mom for an afternoon to your children. And somehow you get off on that, right? And that prostitute will try to be a mom. They will do whatever. As long as the pay, as long as the check clears, right? And then this sickness of Hollywood, which we're all glad that it's dying. We're all glad that it's going to go away. This movie is not going to come out. This movie will go to Disney Plus, and like very few people will see it. In fact, this movie is going to be so bad. I think it's Disney. Is it Disney? Disney Plus? See, I don't know if this is like, this could be a yeah, I guess. Yeah. Now, again, I don't know if this is a Disney thing. But yeah, you wonder why Hollywood is failing is because people are turning it off. Because you just don't know when to stop. And it starts, by the way, Hollywood is just going to bury itself. It's turning everybody off. It is literally turning everybody off. All on its own. It's so fucking gross. Anybody that gets on board with this, like I said, if you've got the wrong idea of sexuality in your head, then you're stupid. And if you're stupid, should you really be teaching children what to and what not to do? Should we really be listening to you about morals and virtue? And it's obviously stupid. I mean, when you put your pee-pee in another man's bum, there's no kids that come from that. Right? This is no place for children to be. And he knows that. He don't care. It's the pay. It's the money. And so this guy, when Christians actually rise up and actively revolt against this, what is this thing going to say and do? If we ever got back to the evil days of past, just think of the Muslims, dropping gays off roofs, right? What is this guy going to say? Oops. Sorry to cause such a big stir out there in normal land. But, oops. I know it seems like the end of the world, dear Christians and Muslims and all, but I just want you to realize that these people have pushed everything too far. It takes a long time for society to shift. It does. And this far left gobbledygook bullshit has run its course. it is turning everybody off. Even your, lefty, even the person on the left. I'd say half or maybe even 3/4 of the people that are on the left are disgusted by this. They might not come out and admit it, but a lot are. This is turning everybody off. This is turning everybody away from the left. And then they're going to complain about why they didn't, bitch about why they didn't win the election. Well, why don't you look in a mirror, dumbass? Listen to me. I'm gay, and this disgusts me. I don't want a gay in everything. Dear Hollywood, stop it with the gay. See, I know that they're making life worse for me. Because they're putting me in the same category as this. And they're pushing it so fucking far. And they're going so far overboard with it all. That I'm going to have to pay the price. My life is going to become worse once the backlash starts. But again, you can also look at it as this. This is the same as your fucking, female singer being all strippy and slutty and singing around and dancing and no clothes and just being a slutty fucking slinky dancer in the fucking whatever 90% naked, right? That gross. Remember Lizzo at the basketball game turned around with her bare ass and great big fat disgusting cottage cheese ass and was shaking it at the fucking crowd. Kids present. Kids at the, this is supposed to be a kid's thing. But she's fucking shaking her bare ass. Great big fat disgusting cottage cheese fucking gross disgusting ass. Because it's a clown show. Hollywood is just a look at me fucking, look at, it's like they're competing at how gross they can be. Because that's Hollywood. That's how you get famous. Like, we had a kid up here in Canada. A white kid who calls himself a rapper, right? And he stood up on a plane and he said, "I'm not feeling well," to everyone on the plane. Put on a mask. "I'm not feeling well. I just got back from Wuhan in China." So he was, although he didn't say it straight up, basically he said, "I've got the coronavirus." Why did he do that? To launch his career. He said, now all the cameras are going to be on me, and all the news people are going to want to interview me, and that's just the way the industry works now. You have to do something kooky, looky, wooky, dooky, and crazy in order to get attention to your music career or your whatever fucking career. Because you're probably just a talentless fucking nobody. What, you make dresses, do you, Billy Porter? Do you do that? Oh, whatever. You go around and dress up like a clown and look fabulous, and that's what you do as a talent? Well, it worked in the gay, whatever. I don't even fucking care. But like this kid, and he literally said it straight up, straight to the news camera. Well, it's the problem with the industry. It's not my fault I did it. It's the problem with the industry. It's the industry's problem. It's people weren't watching my rap music videos enough. They weren't making me famous. So I had to do something crazy in order to get noticed, so people would start paying attention to me and my rap music, because that's the business we are in now. We do stupid, mega crazy things to get noticed, and so that's the world we live in, right? No, gone are the days of just being good at something, right? Or, see, it's not. I don't know what it is. I get it. There's a part of it that I get. You got to market, you got to sell, and a part of, like, Gillette and all these companies coming out and doing the fucking rage marketing. It's a thing. They come out and shit on men, and then everybody on the planet is talking about their company, right? Burger King comes out and they talk about the pay gap that doesn't exist between men and women, and it gets everybody talking about their, it's called rage marketing. They get everybody angry, so everybody talks about it. It's clickbait, right? So if they would have just put out a regular commercial, it fades into nothing. It goes to nowhere. Nothing happens. You know, Try our new chicken fingers. Ba 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 ba. They're great. We've seen those things for forever and ever. So they're trying to turn a corner, and they're like, well, why don't we try to piss everybody off so that they all, like, it becomes news. Our literal advertisements become front page news. Sure, we're going to piss a lot of people off, but maybe we'll, get some people on our side. But mostly we'll probably just piss people off. We'll, I don't know, get woke points. I don't know what the fuck. So, there is an element to truth to this. Like, you do extraordinarily crazy things to get noticed and bring eyes to you, right? I'd rather you be curing cancer or, writing a bestseller novel or, you know, something. But no, you're a shitty rap star. You're a loser drag queen. So you have to go above and beyond and be super loopy dookie crazy in order to fucking, live a life. Well, so you're a clown show. Your life is a clown. You are a clown. Good for you. Why don't you just keep that clown stuff to yourself? No, I'm gonna spread my clown show over to the kids' parties. Well, now you're just gonna start pissing everybody off, right? Whatever. Anyway, so like I said, it seems pretty obvious. Gay, you have to start here. Gay equals broken straight. And then obviously, right, everything that spawns from the correct idea is like, well, there are broken people in society. What do we do with them? You know, and technically, a baby is a broken person. They can't take care of themselves. An older person is, a Vietnam vet is broken. A blind person is. A person with Down syndrome is broken. You know, whatever. It's just this obsession with equality. And once the left had convinced the world that everyone and everything is equal, then it spawns fucking stupid. It spawns a bunch of women going to colleges, fucking writing endlessly about this gender bullshit. How many, like this, waking up one day and thinking that you're the opposite sex, and you actually being opposite sex? How much of that has just come from women that have gone to college and their stupid brains and their stupid brains about men and women being equal, and then that spews out to all of this fucking gender confusion bullshit. And now all these women that have written all those libraries, and I'm not joking, libraries full of books about this fucking, yeah, if you just wake up one day and say that you're the other gender, then that's what you are. And now they're literally sterilizing and abusing children because of what women are supposed to be the protectors of children. That's supposed to be the innate, like, yeah, we're gonna, like, hey, I'm all at home with all the kids, doing all the babies in the belly and one on each tit, right? From caveman days all the way up to, 100 years ago. Now it's like hit and miss whether or not women are actually doing the being good by children, or natural. I shouldn't say good. because women had to make some pretty bad decisions back in the day as well. But anyway, as long as they picked a good man, then they were usually, like that nurturing, that that getting in there and helping the kid, getting in there and helping that invalid or that childlike person, like being a nurse behind the enemy lines or behind behind the front line, all those wounded men coming back and taking care of them and taking care of them and taking care of them, that nurturing thing. Not anymore. Now they're going to fucking college and trying to convince people to cut off their son's dick, give them fucking pills, and it's just like blah. It's fucking gross. And that's feminism. To be honest with you, this bullshit spawned out of feminism. That's why they call it, what do they call it? Intersectional feminism. Because feminism has so taken hold and rotted the brains of women to such a perfect degree. Their brains are absolute mashed potatoes with this men and women equality bullshit. So now they're fucking all going to fucking college, all empowered and equal. And they're all taking the fucking gender bullshit fucking trainee courses. Racial studies and gender studies and fucking all this bullshit. Turning their already inferior brain into even more mashed potatoes. So you started with stupid, men and women are equal. And then you just keep going down that train. Now, they're fucking so fucking far down that train, you don't even, is that, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? And like you get these fucking chicks in the gender studies courses, and they're fucking SJW'd all up, and they're just all fucking full of fucking everything. Everything fucking stupid is going on inside their head. They don't even know whether they're coming or going. It's just all dumb. And yes, women brought this to life. This is ladies' fault. The women who were like, yeah, we're gonna be super special over there in college, and we're just gonna fucking, we're gonna keep. You wake up one day, and then the science changes. You're no longer a man. You're a woman. And these women just keep buying up this. They're susceptible. They're more susceptible to this level of stupid than men are. Another way men are superior to women, by not buying into this bullshit. Right? But yeah, like Billy Porter is a clown show. His entire life is a clown show. And, he's like another one of those Hollywood celebrities that's just like, pay me. I don't care, just pay me. Just take my picture and pay me. And they'll fucking do whatever you want. Just like I said, you could bring a prostitute home from the street corner and just have her, pretend to be a housewife, cook and clean the kids' lunches and all that kind of stuff that morning. When they go off to school, you probably have your nasty ways, and then that's it, right? That prostitute will have no problem being in front of your kids and, playing a game or whatever just for the money. Just about everybody in Hollywood is a prostitute. And that's not a joke. How many of your A-list actors have been naked on stage? Or, in front of the camera, and done the sex scenes, and been, extraordinarily romantic to the other people that they were just paid to do. Oh, it's just acting. Okay, well, whatever. The prostitute is just acting as well. The prostitute is also just acting, and you're all naked, and you're having sex with all the different things on screen in front of the camera for the money, just like the porn star. Well, no, it's not really sex. Well, whatever. It's not really sex for them either. No, but it is sex for them, like they're actually doing the sex. Well, whatever. I don't even care. And then you add in the casting couches and then the child labor, right? And James Gunn with all his pedophile jokes, and then Epstein. I mean, it's just, and like, did you expect anything better from Hollywood? But then you are still going to keep, you know, turning on the television for your kids, and you're going to keep putting on the movie, and you're going to keep going to take them to see the newest movie. And so you keep paying this industry, this gross, disgusting slime ball of an industry. What, 100% divorce rate? Fucking putting all their kids in dresses, you know, abusing their own children. Just kooky looky, fucking wacky bullshit. Doesn't matter how A-list they are, it's just like one disastrous mess. More so than usual. Hey, people in non-Hollywood have messy lives too. Absolutely. Okay? There's no doubt. But the Hollywood life is exceptionally degenerate and gross and disgusting. Right? Just take a look at Lizzo NBA, right? So how many non-Hollywood people would at a basketball game be wearing a dress that shows off your, I don't know, and she's what, 40 years old? I don't know how old she is. When you're that fat, it squishes out all the wrinkles, right? But how many, you know, non-Hollywood type females would go to an NBA game with a dress with a great big hole in the back, showing off their, what, 500, 300-pound ass, 350-pound cottage cheese ass to the crowd. Oh, look at this guy. Probably one of her buddies. You know, like when you're in the moment, I get it. People sometimes react poorly in the moment. But I mean, there's kids there, and it's like, yeah, look at my ass. You know, she's literally there to show the people at the NBA game, the basketball game, her ass. Her great big fat disgusting ass. And she shakes it and does a little dancey jig. How did she get in there? Oh, and look at all of her other slutty fat friends. Right? Whatever. It's just gross. And then she comes out and sings on the Grammys. So, have you ever, like, no matter how lefty it is, right? Have you ever experienced a woman outside of Hollywood that would do anything even remotely close to this? I get it. Maybe some poor, really fat women don't have the ability, like they're just, because their clothes don't fit anymore because they got too fat, and certain things squish out. Maybe at Walmart you see some wacky dressed people, but there's a difference between, you know, like, I don't know, there's your, I don't know, like, I just, maybe in America I've never seen anything even remotely close to anything like this in real life. This can only come from Hollywood. right? This is, and I guess she's straight. She's into guys. She probably fuck anything that'll fuck her, which is not very much. I don't know if she's making the money or not. But this is part of what we're talking about. It's like, nobody's talking about me. Nobody's talking about me. I'm fat, black, female, and beautiful. And look at my ass, you kids that are out here watching the basketball game. I mean, really fucking, like, this is about as gross. This is Hollywood, right? I don't even understand it. Like, I just don't, like, this doesn't exist in real life. This is Hollywood showing how gross they are. To the point where, you know, like, she could do this on stage somewhere, and I guess her fans would be into it. But no, she's gonna bring her great big fat disgusting all cellulite fucking jiggly fucking all wrinkled up because there's so much fat going on ass to the basketball game and shake it in front of all of your kids' faces because she don't fucking care. So what's the difference between that and this? And by the way, I could, you know, they just happen to both be black. That was the thing in my head. I think black people are more susceptible to this kind of stupid, but white people are doing it too. White people have gone down the road of retard, you know, numerous times. And let's be honest, these people are doing this in a white country. So the white people in this country are more than happy with black people doing this. They're quite fine. You notice that she wouldn't be doing this in Saudi Arabia. He's not going to be doing this in Pakistan. He wouldn't even be able to do this in Africa, right? No, they can't. They're only doing it where white people are, right? So that's a thing too. You think she's going to get away with doing this in China? Oh, no. China won't be having any of this. No. She would be, you know, she would be probably rounded up and deported immediately. Maybe she goes straight to prison for indecency. But in the white country, in America, it's just let it all fucking go to shit. Let it all go fucking crazy. And again, it's about breaking down the family. It's about tearing family apart. If it's gross and disgusting and abnormal, then you put it on a pedestal for, you know, to ruin people and to just be gross and to fucking disgusting. Now I get it. Freedom comes with some bullshit like this, right? But just because people are free to do it, it doesn't. And there's the other thing. I'm free to say fuck you. And once you realize that Hollywood is full of this crap, like the drag queen story hours, right? That's some SJW chick that just got graduated her SJW fucking communist classes at college, got a job in a library, and she's bringing this bullshit. And sometimes these people, they're actually not into this stuff, but they're so afraid of speaking out, especially if you're in the government, especially like if you're in a government library. You're so afraid of saying no to fucking drag queen story hour that you do it. But who is actually going to these things? It's like the cabal of fucking retarded, fucking just insanely stupid lefties. There's not that many, right? And like I said, sometimes people get carried away. Like in that one where stripper for girl, Um, um, shit. Okay, it's not going to do it anyway. I'm not going to look this up because it's pissing me off. I hate it when I can't. It's my own fault. I should be able to 100% have these things and have a little patience, but I don't. I should have patience, but I don't for finding stuff. I just want Google to suck the information out of my brain and give me exactly what I'm looking for. Anyway, there was parents cheer, and it was for a girl. Parents cheer. Okay, see, this is okay. Here we go. So again, this is a black this, whatever you want to call it, black performer, black fucking, right? Doing a strippy for,
Could you be the one to call?
right? Ass hanging out, fucking strippy. Look at all the white people. Look at mom. Strippy, white mom, white, just loving all the diversity. Strippy, completely inappropriate for children. Look at how woke I am. Like I'm so conservative that I've got a thing over. It's just like this is our gay cousin's birthday party. So we're just all going to go 100% all the gay. And now we've got put a girl out here to get a first-hand strippy thing from black, performer that will fucking do anything for a buck, anything for a fucking buck, and all these white people are just throwing money at black guy to dress like a fucking strippy for their little 6-year-old girl. So I will admit that you can get kind of caught up in the wokeness. You can get caught up, and then afterwards, it's just like anything else. Any mob, anything. Mob mentality. Mob. M-O-B. So it's just like going to a rock concert, right? You feel the mob cheering and loving and cheering. And even bullying, you can just kind of get into that. It's like everybody else is doing it, and the mob rule, and you just do. The mob decides to steal all the stuff from the corner store, and they do, and it's all done. And then you go, it's like you were just caught up in the mob mentality. The mob, the group, the crowd is doing the thing, and it could be anything, good or bad. And then you just get caught up in it, and you just go. All of it. So I wonder if after the fact, after this became viral and everybody pointed out this particular mob about what they were doing, are any of them rethinking their life? And I think getting involved in the mob and then checking the mob, going back and looking back, 2020 vision, looking back into the past and going, fuck, I really got caught up in the mob, and I was clappity clap, a fucking black, draggy, strippy queen, shaking the ass in front of the girl, which obviously draggy poo over here is like, honestly, understanding that this is a little bit freaky out, and kind of coming over to actually this is draggy strippy, right? Going, this isn't right. This, I want to make sure that this girl is okay, because what I am normally doing, waving my ass in front of everybody, if if this isn't right, like this performance has stopped, and I'm just telling you how it is. You can be a dumbass, you can have your stupid little brain if you want, but do it somewhere else. This drag queen realized that this kid might not be okay, and has kind of come over, and he's like, hey, I'm just here for the $100, you know? But this is kind of not going okay. I want, I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer, let's make the smiles happen. But this kid is kind of not, something's not going right. So I'm just going to pause my shaky, assy, and, go over and make sure that she's okay. And that's what happened here. So do I think that this is, but it's still, the mom who put this on, this isn't, like, I get it. This is a thing. I get it. But mob B, M-O-B. Think about that word. Get it in your head. Sometimes you can get carried away in the wrong decision, in the wrong way. And really, was it the end of the world? Probably not. And these are just probably a bunch of white liberals that just want to be super woke. So they, their cousin and his boyfriend's anniversary, or his husband's anniversary. So they go to the gay club, they go to the gay area, and the whole family comes out because they all just love their gay cousin and their and his gay husband, right? And then they go to this spot, and then they get a drag queen, and then from what I understand, she wanted a better look, so they actually put her front and center, the little girl, and then the strippy, drag thing starts, but then strippy person actually realizes, hey, this is a bit much, maybe she's not feeling okay, I'm going to slow down and just see if she's all right, just check in, but maybe, I'm going to not do the assy strippy thing. So it's just kind of carried away, right? It's gone too far. But it is a thing, Christian people out there, right-wingers, looking at this and going, fuck, it's not the end of the world, like a lot of people were saying that this was, but it is too far, and it is a thing. See, when you first, and by the way, the mob on the other side, you see this and you don't think about it, you see it and you aren't using your brain properly, you go, this mom who is standing there happy that her kid is getting a strippy from some black gay, super mega gay person, should get a punch in the face multiple times until there's no teeth left in her mouth, right? Right? That's kind of, but that's mob on the other. That's like, just like they're all getting caught up in the emotion of this, and things have kind of steered off the beaten path. They went too far. It started out with, ba 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 ba, right? All the things. You got caught up. You were doing a thing. It was a thing, and then it went too far, and then you became the most evil family on the face of the planet, and everybody wants to string you up and kill, line you all up against the wall and shoot you head by head, right? That too is the mob mentality. It's the fucking calm down, don't join the group, calm the fuck down, and look at the situation more properly, right? But at the, the beginning of all this, you don't fucking put strippy, gay, mixing with kids. That's what the real problem. If all of these people were adults, this would not have been viral. But it's the bringing the kids in and doing this in front of the kids. The strippy, ass, hanging out. Now, is anybody going to say that you should never have strippy? No. Because most of these people are going to say, hey, well, that happens over there in the strip club. You do that in the strip club. Do that over there. Right? There's a place for it. There's a time and a place for adult things, and gay strippy should not be mixed with children. And this clown show should not be mixed with children. This is adult entertainment. And yes, you're all right. But when you see, when you have a broken brain, and your broken says gay equals straight, and we should be, super mega, exposed. It's just all broken. I don't want to go down all the roads here. I don't want to have to define what a child is and what the difference between adult entertainment and children entertainment. I shouldn't really. I could. Maybe another day we'll do that. There is a line, and it's, believe it or not, it's about sex. The line between children entertainment and adult. Most of it has to do with, well, some of it has to do with adult, maturity, which, believe it or not, a lot of that is sex, maturity, and complexity, just things that come with maturity. Maturity and all the stuff that comes with it, Before that, you're a child, and after that, you're an adult. And, asses hanging out, and this kind of the gender bending and confusion and homosexuality and all of the rest of it. But here's something that nobody is saying about this. I am seeing a drag performer, which I've seen thousands in my life, seeing an uncomfortable child being put into a situation that she should not be put in, and stopping the performance, the drag, $100 for a shaky for 2 songs, right? This person only has one outfit backstage to I don't think that this person was expecting to be performing in front of children. I think this drag performer is probably being super, like, it is a sexual thing. That's why this is happening, right? That's why this drag performer is doing this. But this performer saw that she was thrust in front of this thing, and is checking in, saying, no, I'm going to stop the strippy, and I'm going to go check in. This drag performer is actually doing kind of a nice thing here. Now, none of this should be happening, right? And all of these men are probably all fags that take it up the ass, right? It's all fags taking it up the ass every single night, and they probably all think that gay and straight are the same thing, and it's just like super woke to introduce their fagginess, their, shit dicks to the children. And they don't, because they're all stupid fags, and they don't have children, they don't understand childhood, because they don't have children, but also the ones that do, obviously one of them brought their kid to the thing. And look at how conservatively dressed she is, right? If indeed that is, mom, which it probably is. Now you're known as Scum Mom, the shittiest mom on the planet. Good for you. Right? But it's overdone. The mob on the Christian right. See, like, even when you're on it doesn't matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You have to fucking relax. Just like when CNN releases a video of a cop being mean to a black guy, and how the left gets all outraged. The left goes fucking berserker, right? And then you look at the entire video that CNN actually edited down to make it look like it was worse than it was. And you go, well, he just got finished killing 3 people. Of course he got a bullet in the face. Of course they were mean to him, right? He was pointing a gun at them. And, all the rest of it, right? They just twist and twist and twist. Just to outrage, just to get everybody pissed off and angry. Right? Same thing here. I am literally seeing a drag queen stop the drag performance to check in to make sure that kid is okay. That's what I'm seeing here. because parents have gone too far. This is adult entertainment, you know. But I'm saying the performer notice that and check in. That's what I'm saying here. Now I could be wrong, of course. I haven't seen full context and right? It's kind of a good thing that this drag performer's face wasn't, you know, because like the lynch mobs, the Christian lynch mobs might want to fucking go down and find all these people and string them all up. You know, are the Christian lynch mobs finding out who these fags are and trying to dox them and ruin their lives and all the rest? I don't know. But see, this is the problem with the fag, right? Dear fag, stay away from the kids. Unless you're being supervised, but I guess you are here. I don't know. This is just going too far. It's like, this is a misunderstanding of what adult entertainment is and children is. It's just a huge mistake. But it's not the end of the world either. Like, all of these people out here are probably going, well, if this performance goes too far, we're here and we'll step in, right? So there wasn't going to be any sexual abuse. It was just, you know, like they just all think that they're being good and woke. The conservative family members are visiting their gay inner city fucking homos, cousins, right? They all go out for a big family fucking dinner or something. I don't know what the fuck this is. I have no idea. I'm just kind of trying to paint it. And they get a little too accepting. They're too accepting. They're just too accepting of it. And it's like it needs to be separate. You know, this is no spot for the kid. It's like you got love on the fucking. So I'm sure that this is Gayville, in the center of Gay Town in San Francisco or something. You know, and it's all men at this table. So this is probably the table of homos at this gay establishment, who they probably have drag queens on speed dial to come in for $100. And like I said, they'll do anything for the money. But like I said, this one saw the problem and stopped and checked in. That's a good thing. It's not the end of the world. Yes, it's unfortunate that, you know, but he didn't know that he was going to be performing for a fucking kid. This is adult entertainment. You know, and these people aren't bad. They just went too far with their fucking woke and they're open. You just gotta rein it back in a little bit. You know, just remember, okay, well, the next time there's kids around, maybe we don't get, you know, a drag queen with their ass hanging out to fucking perform. You know, gay does equal broken. What are we doing to this young mind? Are we reminding her that gay is broken, or are we flaunting it like it's just like the best thing since sliced bread? Like it's, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's the wrong message. We can have happy, healthy, productive lives and contribute to society. Look at us. We're all fucking square office. You know, we all work in offices and we're all fucking, you know, standard tax-paying fucking homos. But, you know, our family members come down for our fucking reunion, our gay reunion party, and then they see the, you know, the real gay, but then the straight come to collide. The gay, right, and the straight collide. And it's, you know, it's kind of okay that they kind of somewhat get together and, you know, we can shake hands and we can coexist, but, you know, not in everything. And see, like I said, it starts with, you know, like, it's just too much. It's too much together. You know, when your gay cousin comes over to the Aunt Bessie's family reunion, you know, he just needs to, you know, have clothes on and leave the gay entertainment, the gay life, the sex all the time and the drag and the fucking, you know, all this, you know, leave that alone. confusing kids and this sexuality, this gender, this fucking all this bullshit. It's not meant for children, and that's why this looks really bad. It looks much worse than it is. Like I said, these are probably all just fucking accountants, gay accountants, and their cousin is visiting from fucking buttfuck Idaho, and she's gonna introduce her daughter to some diversity, some gay diversity at the fucking, gay accountant's birthday party. And it just went a little too far. And this gay, super mega gay drag queen performer entertainer saw the problem and paused and checked in. But it does need to stop. We need to stop it with the fucking kids. You have no business teaching kids fucking anything, because you probably have the wrong things inside your head, and if you don't, it's just like you're a fucking Lizzo shaking her ass at the fucking stage or at the basketball game. It's all just gross. It's gone too far, and it all spawns from, I'm telling you this, I'm going to call that a stream, okay? It all spawns from the same thing. It all spawns from gay equals straight. Gay is the same as straight. Gay is just as good as straight. And it's not. Gay is broken. One time, I've talked about it numerous times, why homosexuality, where it comes from. And the answer is yes. Nature and nurture, yes. It's you're born this way or you're made this way, yes, you're both correct. It's all of the above. And gay people should realize that straight people are much more worthy of respect and space, and the fact that they're raising children and creating life and making the world spin and all of that good stuff. We should leave them the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone. We've got our spaces, and we've stopped the fucking violence. That's been over for a long time, but now you're just going to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until you make them angry. And they have every right to be angry with fucking black, male, gay, fairy godmothers in Disney productions. So, it's needs to be reined back in, and you're not going to get somebody like this, somebody this demented, to rein themselves back in. But Hollywood is just a cesspool of fucking gross and disgusting bullshit like this. That's what they do. They all try to out fucking gross each other. And even for your average, normal, everyday person, like the ones at this party, gay or straight, right? These people have the wrong thing inside their head. They have gay equals straight, and it does not. And it's time that they realize that they're broken. They don't have to fucking hang their head in shame, or a blind person can live a good, happy, healthy life and exist and be good and contribute to society. But just understand all of the, once you go down that road, right? Once you have the correct idea in your head that gay equals broken straight, then you go, well, how does it manifest in the world? Well, it's just like gay, men are really sexual. So it's just like sex, 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 sex. Butt sex, and because it's gay, it's butt sex, it's all sex. It's very sexual. And that's because the gay life, and you're a man, and you're constantly horny, and you just want to have sex all the time, like all gay men, like all men, really. But when you don't have the tempering sexuality of a woman, then it just, a lot of gay men just dedicate their lives to sex. I'm not joking. Like, literally, their lives are dedicated to sex because they don't have children and they don't have real things to grasp onto and nurture and love, and they don't have the normal things in life because guess what? They are abnormal. So a lot of, gay men literally dedicate themselves to sex, fisting and frickin' sex parties and orgies, and it's just like sex all the time, everywhere, all the fucking time. Sex, 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 sex. And then they just, because they think that they're a good person, and generally they are. They're not hurting anybody. They, whatever. You know what I mean? They're not stealing. They're paying their own bills. But you get this false sense of, hey, I'm a good person and I'm gay, so then gay must be good. No, that's not it. Gay is still bad. Gay is still broken. But it's just like a blind person who is, just cured cancer. Blind is still bad, even though they just cured cancer. They can have a happy, healthy, beautiful, long life. They can be a great mother, they can be a great father, even to sighted people. Whatever, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Like, we can get together, we can mix it up, but we got to have the correct ideas in our head to do so. And this leftist equality bullshit just poisons everything. It just turns everything into gobbledygooky mess. And the first real big problematic one was men and women are equal. And then it became black and white are equal. And then it became gay and straight are equal. And it's not going to stop. They're already working on pedophilia. Pedophilia and not pedophilia are equal. And they're using this equality just to bring in this degenerate, disgusting, scrambled egg brained fucking retardation. Evil, family breaking. I wonder how the fallout from this, I wonder if it's really going to cause ripples in these people's lives. I don't know. I hope not, because I don't think that harm was done here. I even think that these gay accountants, right, if something truly bad was about to take place, like actual sex of any kind, and by the way, they've all been to sex parties, sex orgies, and all that rest of it. Even your gay accountants get down and dirty and the nasty. But if they would have stepped in and protected her. But it should have stopped even before the confusion and the mixing. And again, it's just because all of their brains are broken. They're all lefty, libtarded idiots. And where they think that gay equals straight, and it does not. Or gay is equally as good, and it's not. Gay is a broken state of being. And it doesn't mean that you're an evil person or you're a bad person and you can't have a wonderful life. And, it doesn't mean you have to hang your head in shame or whatever. It's just like a blind person. It doesn't mean that you can't be a beautiful, contributing member of society and happy and healthy and go out there and do and do and do and do and do. But this obsession with equality is just communism, and it's evil, and it's here to break down families and cause strife and be stupid and gross and convince people to be gay when they shouldn't. And in fact, I think maybe a traumatic experience like this might actually make sure she might be super straight after this. Who knows? I don't know. But, like the gross and disgusting that will fucking prostitutes that will do anything for money. Then you're going to say, well, you sell your body for money. You go 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. You sell your body for money. I'm just selling my body in my way. Whatever. If you want to talk about that kind of freedom, then let's talk about my freedom. My freedom to disown you and call you a fucking gross, disgusting pig, not want to have anything to do with you, and talk to everyone else. You want to talk about your freedom to do this? Okay. Remember, I also have the freedom to call you a scumbag and a fucking loser and a disgusting degenerate and a shitty, disgusting person spreading their fucking shitty, disgusting ideas. Right? So it works both ways. Freedom works all the ways, folks. But just remember, everybody, keep your fucking hands to yourself and keep your fucking hands off of other people's property. That's the two main things. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. And kill also means bring violence to. Do not bring violence to anyone, and keep your fucking hands off of other people's property. Taxation is theft. Okay, I'm going to end this here. So, like I said, just we all know what the correct answer is, but the Hollywood and the left, they're never going to stop. This kind of stuff is just going to go all the way to the end. I don't know. I don't know what the end is, but it's certainly not good. You could take a look at maybe Jonestown. Remember drinking the Kool-Aid? That was a communist cult. That was a communist cult. So they got everybody's head turned into scrambled eggs. And then one day they said, Jones said, okay, everybody's just going to kill themselves today, and hundreds of people died. It's a cult, a communist cult. They drank the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid mixed with cyanide, and everybody died. Everybody went to lay down on the grass, went to sleep, and didn't wake up. All the kids, all of the races, all the men, all the women. Only 2 people survived, and that was to bring the big bag of money to the communist organization that they had collected or something. I don't know what the whole I don't know all the details of that, but only 2 people survived Jonestown. They all drank the Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid mixed with cyanide, and when you start squishing this kind of stuff, when you see, it's just the wrong-headedness. Christians got it right. You got it right. You're on the right track. Hollywood is killing itself with this kind of crap. It's killing itself, and finally it's here. The death is actually this year. It took a long time, but people have moved on. They don't want to have anything to do with this garbage. Hollywood is failing in a big way. Just stop giving Hollywood money. There's other ways to entertain. You can take your kids out into the backyard and play play basketball and play some hockey, and then go for a walk, and then eat some ice cream, and then cook dinner together and play some Legos. You don't need fucking Hollywood to fucking, indoctrinate your kids into how stupid they are. You can not watch movies and not watch television and not listen to their music. It's not that hard. There's lots of other ways to do it. Don't worry. And don't worry. Just seriously, smile. You gotta smile more. These are, like I said, this particular thing isn't as bad as you think. This, once you realize that this is just a prostitute that has scrambled egg brain and will do anything for a buck, it doesn't become all that. All you gotta do is just not give Hollywood your money. Just don't go see this Cinderella movie. It's not the end of the world, right? But then you associate this particular movie with Disney, and then you go, what is Disney doing? Maybe I have to not give Disney the money, and that's true. And then Disney either goes bankrupt with their ideas or changes their ideas, and then they say, oh well, we got to switch. If we got to switch it up, or else we're going to just lose all the money. Capitalism is a beautiful thing, folks. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I'm going to end that here. And, yeah, just don't worry too much. They're killing themselves, and I really wish gay people would, have the correct ideas in there. Everybody needs the correct idea in their head. Gay equals broken straight. It is a broken state of being. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to hang your head in shame, but you certainly shouldn't be advocating it, telling others, especially children, that it's a good thing, and trying to confuse their brains into becoming gay when they shouldn't be. Because you can both. You're either born that way or you're talked into being that way. And you shouldn't be talking people into being a broken person, right? Being a broken straight person. Why would you do that other than if you were stupid or evil? So just don't be stupid. Gay equals broken straight. And then once you have that completely 100% inside of your mind, then you can think about all of the rest of the stuff. All of the rest of the stuff that comes with it. And there's a lot of other stuff that comes with it. Once you start with the correct idea, then you go down the correct road. You have to start with the correct ideas, and all of this complexity, all of this out there-ness, right? Spawns from a good spot. And honestly, in a correct world, in a good correct world, there could be a place for drag queens with kids. It's possible, but not the way it's going today. Not the way it's going today, and not just no. It's we need to put a break on all this because nobody has the correct ideas in their head, and everybody's just being a gobbledygooky mess. And this is just shock value. It's just fucking more, breaking down families and breaking down norms and breaking down Western civilization and attention whores and clickbait and all the rest of it. And then you end up at a situation which really isn't the end of the world, but it certainly appears as though you shouldn't have been there. You went too far. That's how this manifests in real life. This turns into this, which again, it's not the end of the world, but once I could go further with the tranny kids and stuff. That's terrible. That's it. Things get much worse than this. This is bad. This is going down the wrong road, but it ends at fucking talking kids into taking pills and cutting off body parts. That is evil. That is so disgustingly evil, it's unbelievable. So it gets much worse than this. And we don't want to go there. So just say no to shit like this. Say no to all of this, and then, just remove your money from anything that has anything to do with this. Don't spend your money on, look at what's this, Peabody, and what? Is this a car company? Say no to that car company, And, yeah. Say no to being woke. You all know that this woke bullshit is just bullshit. You knew that. You instinctually knew that. You knew that there was something wrong, but you don't know exactly how. I do. When I see all of these, everybody kind of going all over the place, I go, what is the beginning of the problem? And the Christians say, well, this is anti-Christian, and that's okay. That's the correct answer. You got there from your way, and that's fine. Really, you're closer to correct than anyone else. You can say no to this. This should be banned. I don't want my kids experiencing anything like this. And that's a good thing, and that's correct, actually, in nearly every way. And probably over-pushing it, boycotting this stuff from your kid's life, the way the left is going, the way that they're trying to push and push and push and push and push, you're right. You are correct. When you go, in my opinion, go too far, that's just to counterbalance the left from going too far. Because the real answer is somewhere in the middle. It's like live and let live. But um, these psychos on the left are just going to keep. There's no end to their slippery slope. There's no end to that slope. There's no bottom to the hole that they want to drag Western civilization into. There's no end. And don't be tricked by their, hey, we're just trying to be nice and tolerant and diverse. It's all just skinny skin that these people bought into, right? We're just being tolerant and diverse. And then obviously, even your freaking black performer, drag queen person can see that you guys went too far with this, paused the show, and said, checked in with the kid, hey, are you okay, buddy? You're okay. We're just having some fun here. Don't worry about it. You know, are you sure you're okay? These, all these people here learned a lesson that these two things should not be mixing up, and this and Cinderella should not be mixing up. And Disney will learn their lesson, and that's all there is to it. By going bankrupt, because bad ideas deserve to go bankrupt, and Hollywood is a bad idea. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye now.